Hi guys, I'm Brandon down at the Flower Spot, and today I'm going to be talking to you about troubleshooting your vegetable plants, problems that you may be having right now. Largely due to the weather. We've had very cool, wet, unseasonable weather. Normally around now the temperature is 30 degrees and the plants are flourishing and you can watch them grow overnight. Right now my plants are just kind of sitting here. They're not growing super fast. I'm finding that my pepper plants are going quite pale, same with my corn and even my tomatoes. I'm noticing things are just not growing. They're kind of willowing, they're withering. They're not growing as fast as they should be. So the first thing I've done is I've cut back on my watering. I've let my plants almost wilt before I water them again. If you overwater, you're going to allow the plant to flush out the nutrients before it can pick it up. So you want the plant to dry out and then rehydrate. Dry out and rehydrate in between picking up the nutrients. I've applied a tomato and vegetable fertilizer, a granular organic tomato and vegetable fertilizer to all my plants. As well as weekly, I apply a fish fertilizer. The granular fertilizer I just apply once a month. The fish fertilizer I do weekly. As the season goes on, with my tomato plants, quite often I see blossom end rot or black spot on the fruit of my tomato plants. This is largely due to a lack of calcium in the plant. It can also happen in peppers, melons, other crops as well. So right as they start to fruit up, I'm going to start to fertilize them with this CalMag, this calcium magnesium combo. I'm going to apply this every second feeding, once to twice a week. On the other hand, my peas are doing great. I've watched them grow a foot in about 3 days. They're just going crazy for this cool, wet weather. Peas love cool weather. Cucumbers, not so much. My cucumbers here, they're pretty small and runty. They're going pale as well. I've cut back on the watering of them, increased the fertilizer, the granular food and the fish fertilizer. They'll pick up. And later in the summer when the heat comes around, the peas won't do so well, but then that's when my cucumbers will take over. They'll grow over my trellis and I'll have a good combination of peas and cukes here. Next to me I've got a whole bed of corn, honey and pearl, corn on the cob. It'll be greening up nice and dark here once it takes up that fertilizer. I've got our new multi-headed cauliflower. I've got broccoli plants. I've got spicy peppers, sweet peppers. And over here my tomatoes, I've got them staked in cage for extra support. I get the nice big heavy cage and a good stake in the center. I tie it up as it goes. Also be sure to prune your suckers on your tomato plant. In between your main stem and your branch, you get a sucker. These suckers need to be pinched off in order to encourage more top growth and more blooms and fruit. So right here you can see I'm going to take out this sucker. Right there. So just in between the main stem and the branch. Pinch all your suckers all the way up. It's not always necessary on your determinate or bush type varieties grown in a container. They're very dwarf and very short. But your indeterminate vining types, beefsteak, sweet million, early girl, pinch the suckers on them. You'll get a better yield in the end.